Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thanks for tuning in. Am I getting a little echo here? Let me lower down the monitors. Drop a comment, a like, a subscribe, a post notification bell. Let me know if you read me loud and clear. I see Lady Plants in the box. Good morning. I see Stimp over there on D Live. Good morning to you, boomers. That should be a little better there with the echo. Today we'll be talking about the Fed continuing to pump this thing, guys. It doesn't stop. There was a moment there that there was a little dippage. If you saw what happened last night, Navarro, one of the economic guys that's on Trump's team, I forgot what his title is, but Navarro, somebody on Trump's team talked about the China deal, that it's not going to go through. And if you notice, the futures, they tanked. But then Trump took to Twitter immediately thereafter and said, no. The trade deal is still on the table. Guys, it's a funny bunny trade deal. This is all jazz. It's all hype. It's, I'm not believing the hype. But the Fed will continue to pump this thing, pump it up, pump up. And I'm seeing green, and I'm seeing Bitcoin gaining weight. And listen, we know it's all fake and phony baloney, but we'll ride these waves and act accordingly. There's, what else are you going to do? Okay, guys, what else are you going to do? Shout out to Lady Plant, shout out to Stimp 1024 and the rest of the boomers out there. Let me turn off these coins. Let me share my screen. You can see Bitcoin coming off a low at 95. They're at 97.24. I'm selling some options. I'm selling calls on Bitcoin. I'm on Ledger X. So with some of the Bitcoin I do have, I'm selling calls, getting cash off of it. So I'm selling some calls for Friday. I got a 10,000 call I sold on for Friday. I don't think it's gonna stay above 10K by close on Friday. If that's the truth, then I'll sell for 10K plus the premium that I collected, which was probably about $40-50 or something like that. If you guys want to know more about the options, it's the way I've been making movements on both stocks and crypto. Let me know and I'll elaborate more. It just seems like not that many people know what's shaking and baking with that. And that's a shame because I'm making gains. That's all I got to say. I'm making gains. And I've showed my Robinhood dashboard not too long ago. And I did show you also the ledger. Actually, I'll show you. Let me see if I can pull up the ledger during this broadcast. Ledger X Bitcoin options. Not going to pull down a statue, that's for sure, says Christozilla. Yeah, I saw that. The tweet by Trump saying that he's instructing the feds to arrest anybody that's defacing statues under some law that would imprison people for like 10 years or something like that. So them statues should be amended and defaced. I mean, some of them, some not. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, like George Washington, are you going to tear down the statue of Washington? At this point, it's like, I think that if people don't like that, they should just leave the country. At this point, it's do people want a brand new country? What do they want? It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. And at the end of the day, you won't catch me out there trying to do anything with no statues. I'm worrying about me and mine. But yeah, I saw them tearing down a statue of George, and then there's other statue of Confederates, and I'm sure some of them have or haven't been racist or not. And it is what it is, guys. The Berlin Wall came down. Yeah, the Berlin Wall did come down, but the Berlin Wall was from East Berlin, and so did East Berlin. East Berlin came down. It was the communists that came down. And, do we want to tear down America? That's the thing. And I think that some people are showing their hands out here. Then you can see it on Twitter or whatnot. There's people that just don't want America. And listen, that's cool, and I get it. They want the new utopia, and those are prime candidates for rules for radicals. This is how you set up a socialist country. This is how you set up a communist country. You get people to hate the establishment. It's what the Communist Manifesto hinges on. That capitalism's bad, the system's bad. We need to tear it down and install a new system where everybody's okay. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like at this point, here's the thing, like the people tearing down the statues, what's their plan? Like what's their system of order? What do they want? Or is it just anarchy? It's just tear everything down because everybody talks about the revolution. But nobody talks about the institution after the revolution and who's going to rule it, how's it going to be handled, and who's going to be in charge. Everybody's screaming revolution, revolution, but what happens after? Okay, what happens after? That's what I want to know. The NWO is coming. It's here, Lady Plants. You know it. It's here. It's been here for a while. They're just strengthening their grip. They're strengthening their grip. And they got people running around tearing statues down. Because they also want it as well. They want something new. KO, unusual options activity on bar chart. So Coca-Cola with unusual options activity on bar chart. I haven't been following Coca-Cola like that. I do have them here on my watch list though, because I like Coke, but I don't like it to drink, but I like it as a stock, obviously. But I don't know what to say about that. But as far as the NWO, Lady Plants, we're here. It's here. Somebody yesterday was trying to text me saying, you see what's going on, champ? It looks like the central bank's going to go down. I said, the central bank going down? I see the bank getting stronger, if you ask me. But I don't know. It's a wild world we live in. It's amazing how much in a bubble everybody is. Everybody listens to what they listen to, and the internet has provided like a safe space in a bubble for everybody. And listen, I was thinking about it too. It's that, we live in an age where technology has helped everybody, and the standard of living, the differences between the haves and the have-nots when it comes to standard of living is actually getting better. Now, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But what you're seeing here is that the most poor, okay, because of technology, their standard of living has raised. So what I'm seeing here is like, I'm trying to compare it to like back in the days where you had a king and that would rule over all the peasants. The standard of living between the king and the peasants there's a big despair. But is it that much of a despair anymore, as everybody has Google, everybody has a mobile phone, everybody has access to Uber? I understand. I listen, there's haves and there's have-nots. I get it. But you're looking at the people that are saying that they're oppressed are the same people that have access to Google, mobile devices, food delivery, clean water, electricity, and all these things. So there you go. Coke is good for cleaning your toilet, no joke, out of a can of soda. Yeah, it will. And if you have blood on the concrete, you could just pour Coke on it too. That's how they clean car accidents. Shout out to Passive Crypto. I see you, kaboom. So what I'm seeing here is like maybe the powers that be, they're freaking out because they've always had a big lead. They've had a big lead as far as standard of living. Now everybody's got air conditioning, everybody's got heat, they got hot water, they got a toilet, and the standard of living's not that different. Like think about how you go to bed compared to like the richest people in the world. Like, yeah, obviously they have a bigger house and they got people cleaning for them and doing things, but they're still using Google. They're still using iPhones. They're still using Twitter as well. So, maybe they just want to put everybody in a mask to make them feel like they got control of people. That's what I'm starting to see, I don't know. And maybe they're creating this simulation, this simulacra to make it look like there is more of a despair than there really is. Because, I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, I'm seeing that. It's like, we're not like 2,000 years ago where the peasants had no running water, The banks have too much money on hand, as said in Wall Street Journal. People not spending, just storing up like squirrels for the winter, the dark winter lockdown part 2. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. We've been talking about that. They're trying to push the second wave. And guys, I'm sure you guys came across this. Put any 3 or 4 digit number into Google followed by the phrase new cases. And just do any number, do it again and again and again, and tell me what you find. It's ridiculous at this point. Anybody falling for this, guys, this is not a pandemic. This is an IQ test. This is not a pandemic. This is an IQ test. Central heat is not something I heard of until I saw it in an American house. Says Christozilla. I don't know how they heat houses in Asia. But in New York, they got a whole steam system like connected to all the major buildings. It's all steam. That's why there's steam coming out of the gutters in New York and stuff. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. It's like there is no major threat anymore. You know, there is, but there isn't. It's not like how it used to be. So it's like people got to make believe threats now just to keep themselves rolling. I got to run this Baudrillard simulacra and simulations on them. Because the philosophy's deep, you know, the philosophy's deep. It's like there is no threat, so what you get is a simulation of one. Let's go ahead and run down the Fiverr uppercut. Fiverr's booming. I'll tell you, Fiverr's booming, and so is Fastly. Fastly is booming. I'm glad I made moves on Fastly. I let you guys know about it. That they have cloud services. They're up another 6.95. Look at Fastly's chart for the past. This thing has been ripping. Look at the 6 months chart on Fastly. This thing is a morning erection. Look at this, 90 degrees. So yeah, I'm glad I made some moves there on Fastly. I let you guys know about that one. Upwork is moving as well. Fiverr's another bag that I'm up like over at least 60% and whatnot. So keep an eye on that. Fastly booming, yeah, indeed. Let's go ahead and run the CoinMarketCap, see what's going on. We'll run the stocks as the Fed continues to pump this thing like no other, guys. And you're right. The people are storing up money, and there is no money velocity. And what we're seeing here is just a fake rigged economy. I mean, obviously people know that, and that's the bottom line. We got CoinMarketCap now reading 273 billion, Bitcoin there at 96.04, Ether at 241, Ripple at 18 cents, Bitcoin Cash at 239, Litecoin at 43, Binance at 1634. We got green on the boards today. EOS there at 257. Crypto.com. Did you see what happened to that WireX CEO? They locked him up or they detained him or whatnot. I was seeing, I think they were reporting it on CoinDesk. Or was it on Cointel? I think it was Cointel. There it is. Resigned Wirecard CEO detained by police as $2.1 billion fraud threatens company. I don't know if it's a fraud, but it certainly seems like when $2.1 billion have came up missing with this company, Wirecard. They're the company that provides the debit card service for Crypto.com. But Crypto.com did come out and make a statement saying, no, we're not affected by this. And I don't know. I don't see them being affected by it. But it seems like they locked this guy up or are going to or whatnot. So that's wild. So check that out. How do you lose $2 billion, guys? How do you just lose $2 billion? It's like, oh, we lost it. I don't know. Someone, must have misplaced the $2 billion. I lose $2 billion all the time, But if you lose $2 billion, could you find $3 billion? Shout out to Rafterman. I see you. Shout out to Dark Party. Kaboom. Crystozilla says each room is blocked off, so I have AC in my room. But when I go down to the stairs, hallway, toilets have no cooling or heat. Well, there you go. I mean, is that an American thing? Central heating? I don't know. I mean, it's not even that. It's not even that technologically advanced. It's just steam, Like you got buildings that are built in the 1900s that got steam pipes running through them. Central heating system. So I don't know. Look at the market quotes. You got the indices over here at we're up like at 1%, 31.48 on the S&P, gaining weight. And this is after Trump said that the China deal's back on. You got Navarro saying the deal was off. The stock futures took a dip. And then Trump took to Twitter saying, no, the China deal, we're still working on it. Guys, there is no China deal. It's all hype, guys. It is all hype. And, listen, you got to keep hyping it up. And it is what it is. It's a charade. The Dow 30 there up 1.1, 26,309, excuse me. Crude is still up, and we're expecting some bullishness or some gains because the 10-year yield is up. It's up 1.6% at 0.72, and it seems like it's gaining more weight. There you go. American Airlines getting clapped, and Plug Power's up. This one's a new one. I've been seeing moving a lot. Luckin Coffee's back, but now they're dumping. Wasn't Luckin Coffee's executive fudging the numbers or something like that? Yes, you don't realize how well you live compared to others in this world. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. He must have been with Grant Cardone losing $2 billion. Did Grant lose any money too? Did Grant lose any money too? Grant Cardone markets to like just a bit above of the same people that Gary Vee markets to. It's like Gary Vee markets to like younger people, but Grant Cardone is like you graduate from Gary Vee to Grant Cardone, and they're marketing to. Come on, guys, look who they're marketing to. Glenn, when they took away sports, they really wanted us to pay attention to the other narrative. They just don't stop the bread and circus for no reason. You're 100% right there, Glenn. I knew it was that the scamdemic was running deep when they started cutting off NBA and everything. And no one ever heard of any case from anybody they knew, but they're already. This came from the top down, guys. The first people you heard that had corona were all celebrities, and everything this came from the top down. It wasn't it wasn't a grassroots thing. This is. And I'll go further. And, the beef that we supposedly have with China, it's all smokes and mirrors. It's the same type of beef that we supposedly had with Russia during the Cold War. There was really no beef, guys. It was just to maintain both the empires. If we really had beef, there would never be an Antarctic Treaty, one of the longest treaties to ever be upheld in the name of environmental protection and to save the penguins. Although there's a bunch of resources down there and there's a strategic location. You tell me. There is no beef between all the leaders, guys. They're just playing good cop, bad cop. Okay, they're playing good cop, bad cop. Shout out to the Q-tards that they really do think that Donnie. I don't know. We got a couple Donnie guys here too, and listen, I'm rooting for him, but come on, guys. You still think Satoshi's actually here to take down the central banks? He's another Santa Claus as well. PayPal to launch user interface with crypto buying and selling. I heard about that, PayPal. And what's up with Visa doing a tokenized something? Visa's doing some sort of a token. Let me Google that. I heard that in the radio this morning. Visa token. A new security service. Yeah, PayPal's using crypto or launching crypto now. And now you got Visa doing the Visa token service over here. Unifying platform for mobile and digital payments. Customer payment solutions, and so they're tokenizing as well. Visa, you can't sleep. I mean, what do you think? Visa's just going to let cryptos just swoop on in? They're just going to stay back? I mean, they're going to act like Blockbuster did when Netflix stepped up? I don't know. I hope not. Rafterman says, remember, champ, I am Santa. There you go. Shout out to Santa Claus. God bless the penguins as well. Yeah, the penguins. Could you imagine that, guys? Like, they're, the Bay of Pigs, the Cold War, the nuclear, the whole thing, the whole shebang, the race to the moon and all the other stuff. But yet, behind the scenes, it's all good and we shake hands because the penguins. Because the penguins, guys. It's time everybody starts waking up because the lie goes so deep out there. I don't think people can actually swallow how deep this lie goes. But if if you want to know the truth, then you better, I was going to say, if you want to know the truth, you better start swallowing. Remember, champ, I'm saying, shout out to Rafterman. Big lies, guys. Big lies, like major big lies. Majorly bigly lies. Could you drop me a crypto hubby under the trees? Yeah, just call up Satoshi. I'm sure that, you leave him a little bit of chocolate chips. He may leave you something. Deep state is truly deep. Absolutely, Dark Party. Absolutely. This thing is not even just flesh and blood. You're talking about evil forces to a whole nother level. If you guys haven't gotten right with God, you better start doing it right now. If you don't believe that there's someone above and this is an intelligently designed system, then you must believe that we're in the middle of outer space, spinning in the middle of a void in the middle of nowhere. Okay? And that we're just a little speck of dust out there. That's what they want you to believe, guys. Okay? You believe in the Big Bang Theory. Okay? You got to be... The Big Bang takes more faith than believing in the Lord. Think about that. The Big Bang requires more faith than just believing in what Genesis told you. Think about it. They're trying to tell you, all of a sudden, out of nothing, everything exploded, and then all of a sudden. Come on, guys. Admiral Byrd, you know it. And Admiral Byrd said he sells something. Absolutely. Yeah, we know the deal. Shout out to Byrd out there with a Y. He took the troops or the team out there to the expedition down in the Antarctic. I got the Gleason's map on the way, guys. Listen, I don't know what we're on, but, I don't see a curve. I don't see any curve, okay? It's real simple. I don't know what we're on, but I don't see a curve. It's time that we start trusting our own senses, our own eyes, our ears, instead of what the media tells you. Put any number. Let's try it. Put any number into Google right now. Any 3 to 4 digit number followed by the phrase new cases. Any 3 to 4 digit number followed by the case new phrases. Come on, guys. I believe Goldman owns Coinbase. One of them paid $400 million to get an exchange. Watch what I say. I think that there's something there with Coinbase. They're in bed with the good guys or the good old boys. They're not good guys, but they like to call themselves that. But yeah, they're in bed. They're paying the piper. That's obvious. And same thing with Gemini, the Winklevoss twins. They're in bed with Facebook. And guys, all the beasts. Come on. Animals all live on the farm, right? Or in the zoo or in the jungle. I don't know. I told people the statues is just a part of the string. If you keep pulling on it, the Bible is going away next. Come on, can't you see the agenda? Absolutely. We can, we can, but we've been here paying attention. And we stopped fapping around a long time ago. You guys fapping around. I told you, once you start fapping, you can start seeing the future. Kaboom. I thought it was watch what I do, not what I say. Exactly. The good old goys. No, you didn't hear that right, but you know what? That would be even a better phrase. The good old goy. Shout out to Tez Toza. Let me shout out people over there on D Live. Let me see if there's anybody on D Live that I need to shout. I'm doing a multi-stream using Restream.io. I pushed this to D Live and YouTube. And shout out to everybody on D Live. When people at D Live are a little edgier. D Live's edgier than YouTube. Come on, YouTube, you'll catch your grandma on YouTube. D Live's a little edgier. That's why, I tell you guys, go push it over there to D Live. You got dlive.tv/champagne crypto. Shout out to Tez Toza 10. Shout out to Chris Tozilla, donated a ice cream. Boom. I appreciate you. And Tez Toza just followed. Thank you so much. I get 5 people here on the D Live stream. I'll pass out these lemons. Let me throw 50 in the box. Why not? Guys, tell your friends, your family, the rest of the animals on your farm that champagne's here booming with the best. Kabooming. I've been booming before boomers became a meme. I'm talking about Bitcoin booming, kabooming with the bits. One of the Antifa punks posted that Jesus is next. Oh yeah, they're coming to tear it all down, guys. Guys, at the end of the day, you're looking at a total rebellion. This is at the heart of rebellion against the order of the Lord, because they just don't like the way the Lord is doing things. They want to do it their way. They don't want to do it. They're mad because there's inequality. They're mad because things are not the way they want it to be. So they want to point the finger at someone else. Okay? They're mad. They're mad, guys. Yeah, I'm sure, WTF, they're insane, says Testosa. They're coming for everything. Guys, come on. They already came to shut down the churches. Nobody even... They shut the church down and kept the liquor store open, guys. They shut the church down and kept the liquor stores open, guys. Those statues ought to be rebranded. Albert Pike should live in a tree with a burlap necklace just like how he liked it. I think I disagree with Lady Plants, but we could disagree. And I'm not disagreeing in the fact that they were or weren't racist, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to erase the history or anything. I'm just it should be there for people to learn from. What is that? And then you tell the story, but you erase history. There is no history, just the present. 1984. There it is. But I get both sides, but I'm not trying to tear down Georgie. I'm not trying to tear down George. And you got Jefferson. he also had slaves too. Jefferson had slaves. So what do you want to take? You want to go ahead and throw the Declaration out, the Independence out the window? You see what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it seems like some people are always going to have a problem, and they should go start their own country or move somewhere else. I don't know. God is not an edict. You can't do away with God because God does not need you to believe in him in order for him to exist. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And you know, you're not supposed to be putting any idols to God anyway. Isn't that like, you know, you're not supposed to do any, you know, idol worship or anything. There shouldn't be any God statues, right? Everyone had slaves in the old world. Antifa has not been educated. Guys, everybody here's a slave too when you're forced to pay taxes. Okay, everybody's under slave. You can't even leave the country without a passport. You can't leave the plantation, guys. You think you're not? Come on, guys. You can't leave the plantation. You can't leave. You're stuck here. You can't go anywhere without your paperwork. So you tell me who's the slave. Yeah, and my F in 9 to 5 says Testosa. Okay. Lady Plant says, yeah, amend the statue or just put a plaque that says what it's really about. But that's what it is right now. It just says this is who this person is. This is what he did. And if you really want to look more, look into it. You know, what do you think the plaque doesn't say who he is? I get it. You know, I get that some people don't like it. And I mean, I'm not a supporter of Pike or anything, but you know, I'm not for tearing it all down. You know, I'm not. The mob doesn't rationalize anything. In short, you're a slave to sin or a slave to Christ. 2 options. Right. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, you're either serving the Lord or you're serving evil, but you're a servant. Either way. I mean, yeah, you're sounds about right there, Glenn. Nice green boners on that chart, says Passive Crypto. We'll be looking at the charts in just a moment. Shout out to the whole box. Shout out to Lady Plants, Testosa 10, Jigger Roams. And let me know all your opinions out here, guys. Listen, if you don't troll me, I'm for all the opinions out here. Lady Plants wants to amend the statues. I kind of disagree, but listen, I understand where she's coming from. You know, I get it. Racial division tension is one of the NWO's tactics to create order out of chaos and divide the masses. Absolutely. Seems to be going with the plan. Absolutely. I think most of us could agree with that. You know, if you don't see, I mean, after the lockdown, those racial tensions go up even higher. Wasn't Wes Watson talking about that on his tube? I shared it the other day. Wes Watson dropped it for us. He's like, yo, after the lockdown, you know, the racial tensions go even higher. And, you know, the CEOs play each race against each other. So it's part of the game. And so, you know, take that mentality and put it into a larger scale, and it's basically the same thing that we're experiencing now. Freedom gives you, let me click this little ad here. I'm getting ads all day long here on the Brave browser. If you want to earn crypto tokens, the easiest way, in my opinion, is with the Brave browser. I use the Brave browser every day, and you know, I'm getting about $5-10 a month on each browser. $5 to $10. Testosa, I normally don't click on links where I don't know where it is during the live broadcast for all kinds of reasons, but I'll check it out offline. Thank you. Testosa says, I still use Tor. Yeah, you know, Tor, it's the original browser for privacy, but not, my understanding was that you know, Tor was also compromised. I'm sure all of them are. But the reason I'm using Brave is not necessarily because I feel like it's blocking, you know, keeping me super private or anything. It's because I can earn crypto tokens. For being online, I'm not earning anything on the Chrome browser, so I might as well click around here. So it blocks the ads. If you go over here to CoinMarketCap, it blocks all the normal pop-up ads. And then when you do get an ad, if you click on it, you can make a little bit of BAT tokens. So you see CoinMarketCap here has no ads on the actual page. It's all blocked. And then the same thing happens on YouTube. If you watch a YouTube video, you don't have to skip ads or anything. You can, it blocks them all. Now, you do get the pop-ups on the bottom right-hand corner, and then you earn bats. As far as privacy, I think this has a VPN, but, I don't trust none of that. I feel like my Brave kind of stopped working because I still get YouTube ads. Really? That's kind of weird. Are you sure? Because see, like if you're watching YouTube videos on the YouTube app, which on your mobile device, then you're not watching it through Brave.